Hi, this is Wagner attorney Stuart Erickson, and today we are talking about the so-called white-collar crimes. And we're just doing it generally. We talked about some of those in a different video, but white-collar crimes. So these are crimes that are like kind of paper crimes or business crimes or retail-type crimes. So there'll be crimes like fraud, embezzlement. There's an accountant at some corporation and they find a way to siphon off money to themselves. That would be a white collar crime. Identity theft, some of the frauds or computer crimes, those would be considered white collar crimes. And again, the majority of those crimes differ in severity and punishment and type based upon how much money was taken. A lot of the thresholds is $1,000. Was it less than $1,000? Is it more than $1,000? And all of this can simply be looked up. And again, we talked about looking up crimes and punishments and offenses on oscn.net. As a practical matter, white-collar crimes, generally speaking, usually get a lot of probation sentences. Not a lot of people go to prison for white-collar crimes because the thought process is, even from district attorney's offices is, and most victims is, they want their money back. So obviously sending somebody to prison is not going to allow them to get their money back. So in the majority of these cases, and yeah, there's exceptions to everything, but in the majority of cases, you're going to get probation. And these are the kind of cases that generally get the longest probation times, where most probation is either 2, 3, 5 years probation. These types of white collar crimes, fraud, embezzlement, these are sometimes the ones where you can get a 5 to 10 year or longer if it's allowed under the law, probation sentences, because the idea is there's going to be restitution to be paid. If it's a big amount of money, it's going to take longer to pay it off, so they really try to stretch these probations out. So let's say you get, there's an embezzlement case of $10,000, and you plead guilty, you get a 5 or 7 year deferred, and of course the biggest probation thing on that is, besides do not commit a new crime, is pay back the restitution. So there'll be a restitution schedule or agreement, and it'll list the entire amount of restitution that is owed, who it is owed to, and how it's to be paid. So generally speaking, there'll be a monthly amount. Let's say it's $250 a month to get that restitution paid. Of course, this is also a situation where a lot of violation reports come in, because this is something that they'll be really watching for. If you pay, $250 a month for the first 3 months, and then the next 6 months, there's no money paid, the person isn't calling their probation officer, all of a sudden they look and go, oh, wow, it's been 6 months since no payment, they reach out, can't get a hold of anybody, they're gonna file a violation report, get you back into court for a violation of your probation. And again, that's where you may try to stipulate and say, hey, give me more time to get in compliance, or if they're just done, they may say, Judge, they're not gonna pay restitution, send them to prison. So that's the biggest thing with white collar crimes, is the restitution. Again, most likely you'll get probation, but definitely will get restitution, and they're looking to get that paid. If not, could be pretty severe consequences. So if you have questions about these white collar crimes and any specifics or how they work, reach out to me, Stuart Erickson at wagnerlawyer.com. Thank you.